Well, it's going to be a very exciting football year in 2019 for Gameface and also for the new competition, the Outer East competition, which of course is a merge of the South East Football Netball League and also the Yarra Valley Mountain District competition. It's a great pleasure to discuss all that with Matthew Fotia, who's the media manager of AFL South East. He's also a second 11 cricketer for Victoria. No doubt he's got big things to come, and also opens the bowling or plays a big role for Ringwood in district cricket. Matthew, we'll get to your cricketing prowess very soon. Thanks for having us down here today at Lilydale. It's going to be a very exciting year, isn't it, with Gameface jumping on board as social media continues to become king in local footy.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us, Dan. And we're very excited to have Gameface on board for the Outer East. It'll be good not only for the league, but also for all the clubs out there that might need the extra helping hand there with social media. As you said, social media is king. And unfortunately for clubs, volunteers usually do their social media, so any help that Gameface can give us and the league in promoting the combination between the Yarra Rangers and the South East is a blessing in disguise.
Have you found that clubs have been reluctant to get involved in social media, or they just believe that it is the way to go nowadays?
I think all clubs are on board in social media. You have to be across all sporting landscapes all over the world, all businesses. The only problem is, as much as we'd all like to be like your Hawthorns and your Essendons with your matchday Twitter and your Facebook, clubs, like I said, only volunteers and only may have fleeting experience with social media platforms. So I've found especially a lot of clubs are very good at Facebook, which we enjoy. We've encouraged them to be really strong on one platform and consistent, so that if people are to know, let's say Powertown's Facebook's up and running, and then ideally we'd like to see them expand next into Twitter and then Instagram and get all three going. But that helps with yourselves as professionals, but also us giving them a bit of education in how to use Twitter and Instagram correctly. It's
an exciting new competition. You've got three divisions, a Premier Division, a First Division and a Second Division.
Yep.
How hard has it been to put all the teams together?
It's not really my job to do that, but I'd suggest that...
But it's your job to promote it, isn't it?
It's my job to promote it. I'd say it's quite a hard balance. Having spoken to a few people from the South East Football Netball League, the sides that are going into the Premier, Beaky, Berwick, Canary Warren and Cranbourne, probably struggled. They were sort of almost fighting out against each other for years on end for a premiership. Pakenham and Dubford over the years and Officer have all given battles now and then, but quite not as consistent. And then we've probably had the same thing in the Yarra Rangers across the last few years, where clubs have popped in and out. But I think it'll be good for all clubs, that especially in the South East where there's only one division, but also clubs at the bottom of Division 1 or through the middle of Division 1, which it might be pinching into the top 5 every now and again, but not really getting a chance at big success. To go down to Division might seem a bad thing at the time, but it could be a very good thing for a year or so to be one of the big dogs. I refer back to another one of my sporting loves, European football.
Yes.
And how English sides always say that sometimes getting relegated is a good thing, because you can go down to the Second Division and you get to be the big team every now and again. So I think clubs, after a while, once everyone's used to the whole thing, which clubs are coming around to, I think everyone will be a winner.
What has the league learnt from the Mornington Peninsula and the Nepean Football League with the success it's had with divisional football?
Well, we've always had divisional football, Division 1 and 2. I think the beauty of it is there's always something to play for. If there's only one division, come round 6, if you're 1 and 5, you're probably staring in the battle of a season that's nothing. And we even say that in the AFL sometimes, don't we? If you're stuck in 12th with 10 rounds to go,
going to be a long second half of the year.
Exactly. Only die-hard fans can really get interested in your
You're
game.
A Freo man?
No, I'm not. It was an example. so unless you're into your super coach, something like that, watching Freo games for the last half of the year was pretty pointless. So I think that's the point of divisional football. You're either around the mark of finals, or you're just making sure you're staying up, or you're blooding youngsters.
Yes.
And I just think it's good. It gives everyone. It's a local thing, and I think I've always dreamt as a young kid, and I remember thinking when I was a young kid, why doesn't the AFL have a second division? But alas.
And all your clubs from the old Yarra Valley Mountain District competition have embraced having the Sefnal teams involved. They're all coming across, except of course Tooradin, who are going to the West Gippsland comp.
Yeah, everyone's excited. I think initially, like I said, change is always difficult for people, but now they've embraced it, they'll be looking forward to playing new teams, and I guess it's opened up a new avenue of recruiting as well. I've noticed a lot of clubs watching the transfers and such like that. A lot of clubs are actually recruiting players. I think Emerald have picked up a couple from the South East Football Netball League that are coming back to their club. So the fact that those clubs are coming together, it might make it easier for people that Emerald is one that's out that way, for example. But it's a good thing, and it puts us back in the spotlight as well as the league, and it was the best thing for the sustainability of the area to expand and to help the South East as well, who, as we said, they might be getting bored of playing the same 7 or 8 teams every year.
As media manager, were you inundated a lot with inquiries from the local media about Cranbourne? Are they in? Are they out? At one stage they were in, at one stage they were out. It looked like they could go to where they wanted to go, and they were honest that they wanted to go to the NPNFL. In the end, they'll be joining your competition with open arms. How tough was that from a media manager's point of view to handle what was a pretty delicate situation?
Initially, with their intentions being clear to go to the Mornington League, it was almost like people would, as soon as there was a rumour that they weren't going to get through and then it was confirmed, our social media was pretty alight with, is Cranbourne going to join?
Yes.
I wasn't in on those circles, not having sit on the big decisions. But you're right, the local media were interested. We played coy until we knew what was going on. And look, it's a win-win for everyone. We're happy to have a club of Cranbourne's size and magnitude in the competition. It helps us grow. I don't know, I can't see why you wouldn't want someone like Cranbourne in your league, and it helps Cranbourne. They needed somewhere to go. And I know they chose the Mornington. That's just geographical, so that's obviously why. We weren't offended by that, Dan, but bringing Cranbourne in is a win-win for everyone. They needed somewhere to go, and we were more than happy to have someone of their magnitude in the comp.
It's not ideal to have a bye, particularly in the Premier Division, but I suppose you had to do it this way, didn't you?
Well, you have to. You can't, like we said, we don't know why Cranbourne were turned down in the Mornington League, but we weren't in a position, I think, to turn down clubs for that matter, and there was going to be buys one way or another, either in Premier or Division 1, and it would have been quite unfair, I think, for some of those sides who were in Premier to drop down to Division 1.
So how do you sell that though, Matthew?
I think a buy sometimes, as a sportsman myself, can sometimes be refreshing. Sometimes you look forward in cricket, you look forward to the Christmas break. It's 2 weeks where you don't have to do anything.
Correct.
So in footy, I know some teams really enjoy the interleague buy, because for the handful of players that are off the interleague, it's a great experience. And for the rest of them, they can put their feet up and they might enjoy themselves for a week, but their bodies get a rest. And we see that in the AFL, how important buys are. So I don't think selling the buy is such a thing that we have to do. I think a lot of clubs, especially the playing staff and the coaching staff, will enjoy it.
In regard to the Cranbourne situation again, do you go by the phrase, as media manager, any publicity is good publicity? No doubt you're inundated, no doubt you were swamped by media inquiries. What's going on with Cranbourne? Are they going to come in? You might have a buy. But at the end of the day, at least the local media and at least the public on social media were talking about your comp and your new competition.
Exactly. That's one thing. I wouldn't say any publicity, but almost all publicity, Dan, is good publicity. That's one thing I'd like to see more of, the AFL out of East getting involved in local media. We're really appreciative of the efforts of the local media around here, but it is hard, especially for the leader newspapers.
Yeah.
I know that their staff are crossing a lot of leagues. We're really happy with the Pakenham Gazette as well. Nick Creeley's already been in contact with me, and I'm looking forward to working with him. That's a big thing. Cranbourne coming, like I said, they're a big name. Berwick are a big name as well, but we've got some big names as well. Wandon and Murray-Alec obviously have a great rivalry.
They do.
And Wandon are growing ever more. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think it will get more coverage across not only the Yarra Ranges but also the southeast suburbs.
Well, we're looking forward to being involved. It's going to be fantastic. Just before I let you go, your other great love, we're having a terrific time of it at the moment, is cricket, playing for Ringwood, playing for the Victorian second 11. I noticed Nick Maddison got runs again the other day, so he's on the cusp of getting back in the Victorian team. How are you enjoying your cricket experience?
I've loved cricket ever since I was a boy, Dan, so any cricket's good cricket for me. I'm looking forward. Today, of course, we're sitting here and it's the day of the first test, so I'm pretty bummed that I'm at work, but I'm excited that it's come around, and it's beautiful weather at the moment. Cricket's beautiful, but I enjoy working in footy because it gives me a break from cricket, and vice versa, cricket gives me a break from footy.
Well, we can't wait to work with you. It's going to be an outstanding season, brand new comp. It's going to be tight competition in all 3 divisions, and can't wait. Thanks for having us on, Matthew, and getting to know a bit about you and also your new league, the Outer East competition.
No dramas, Dan. Looking forward to it as well.
Good on you, mate. Thank you.
Get your game face on.